is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Among for say what a day did I just say a tear sim Captain Smart and so say ho. Chairman won't mean and watching is say. Oh, Chairman as a media, but I no pay Chairman. Oh, I'm sorry in them. I'll call NPP officer. Thank you. Talk a cry. Na Captain Smart at chase him. Sisi waba back. But chase him to me as no. Ofori Atta. Ofori Atta, a boarding saying, Trio, Ofori Atta, maybe I should be a Captain Zebra. You see, I saw more day a 5 cities at all for Atta Trisho, and a in a kaye, Ivan, Che. I saw the 5 cities at all Ofori Atta Trisho. What about China by Bia, by the 5 cities, because on the value no form, for Atta value no form. Pa, I'm over Gaza. I do my you for Atta Nick a Wontumi Ofori Atta TV song. Oh.
Tax no president in Tribune. Ministers ne MPs no taxes fear be no mutua. Yen ye tua taxes ni na. Ba ye tua taxes ni wie so ano ma wie Canada. Ye tua no wo mu ntua bi o. Ba ye tua wie a no ma wie Canada. What is say krom ha ye timi e declare national security minister be ni salary da. Adentra. The chairman say national security, Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Interior, one budget ye auditors in kohun. It is a obia pese or your president no pese we sika ehonu we afa.
Okay.
National security account ye auditors.
Say so omo ni budget kra.
E na omo no yemfa check enko ho ye the physical cash and egu ma ye yem o se bag bi by friend ma ye bag na Ghana must go by enu ni ye sesa sika ne gu ye the kosisi ho physical enye se egu bank na o so a wa chro check akoyi national security sika ye enkoyi wo bank ye yi wo office eti wo mu di sika na aya na wo madwen ye wo mo se yenya ye tua taxes no sabe ye nim nyansa ena Ghana phone di mraso ba hwade ni ye o de bia wo papa bo wo maame wo so maame ani mu asoso na obusa maame no maame ka cho so me di miti na ball eye bathroom wall na sa ba abrante ketwa na wo fie ho na wo sa de papa bo ne maame de bia no wan hwa se nyame dwen kakra be a man itrimo onyini a na dwenye se obu oba it's normal ana ma fia moa
I know
it is a esoro ho no pra wo ye den ase ho be pro it's incrofo se wo wa fam ha ye corrupt chen wo wo soro ho men pese meti ase men ti ase so da because a Ghana for ya momo edi minister edi DC wo wa edi special assistant when we are presidential staffers, president and vice president, say corruption will be actually there so 10% per. Within 4 years, Ghana can be a quota because. And none of the biggest problem, but the intimate yes here. Can I forget that we be to try the videos or London, SNM, or America be a. Say, of free country way. No, the question is that they into the papa into that country back home. Odo dentia. Who idea na?
Sabre dem no me yen to me nkyere.
Okay. Hwe yet your man finance minister so dem so dey make court wo dey say we aware.
Odo koy.
Said they into na makoka say ono ne bank. Yeah, JJ loans na aya na the bank no our percentage na say no ono onye bank no onye part of the bank biom na ebe pacho bank no kwa be refinity when dia the bank no when dia wabre wuti akire wafa nkrofo enti yen jintum say bank ne nya wo dia NPP MPs but who say you say who say NPP MPs do say na parliament but you say 8 say 88 say see as one MPs say 88 8 no hwe wo soro asase so na asase ase eni ewi ase bi bebi atumi wo bia no 2024 election no even Ghana abosom kura o mawu kura no mo kire say there's power in the 8 NPP MPs 88 and so mo mpe Ken Ofori Atta say see am parliament no MPs do say na 88 okay Ken Ofori Atta okrom ha na sem okrom ha na Akufo-Addo wa shrinke me ka sem we na minsuro se me ka sa akwa bi na na onenam krom ha okobra mo friend mo finance minister no ono ne sa na Nebukadnezar no Akufo-Addo wo mo amba da so mbeboa Ghana ade bi a esi dadada number 1 no mo person mo clear your friend say JB Dankwa be a lawyer okrom ade oye na so no defend medress o defend awudifo makato say books no ye be kan o nyam na me kan o JB Dankwa as a lawyer when nya adwuma bi anya okrom say awudifo nko ana no o defend won and someone should tell me it's not true books no ho and krata no egu but I know you another day discussion because you can say be kan but radio and TV adwuma no what is June na rainy season na agro na sisa me promise you say you be kan in May and ye nduru so dem ye ma June ni ntwam and na kura ye 4th June be end this year na ye and ye 3rd ana and ye 3rd yeah sure China na 4th na June end there you will know something you will see something ya the bibia be kire wo apart from your friend is saying one papa so one wofa so one den JB Dankwa no ade ba kwa JB Dankwa ye biom e wo Ghana han say amembo mu nkonkonsa no e kingpin then I want to ba kwa me nkroma eno de makai letters ni bia kire wo ntimi I don't want to waste your time on that because the issue am beka no wo we here no a na Ken Ofori Atta papa oh yeah finance minister one say ne papa edu baby no ne budget kura na o so mo njintum edu Ken Ofori Atta so ese ne papa na ono so ne budget kura no aye twema mentwe e parliament mpacho mboa so woman maso mba ye hwe amoman yo me look I will still tell you say me nye NDC Ghana ni bi o krom ha bi anim say Kodwe Smart nye NDC me nye NDC but say the omo ye na ma na ye say enche esam kwaje party card me nye NDC and they know NPP penny for from Afenyoma Kings to Nanado to J Kufuor to everybody they know say me nye NDC but they tell they say me ni aketwa ni JB otwene mu tan ye wo me ase ye wo no na se JB ye ade anya na me tiekire na me support JB ani beba ne hoso no me suma ani beba me hoso no ewi ase ani beba ne hoso no na JB ye niam a emfa kwa mu na afei me nua no na bra bo asai ye busame ya na maka say oh se wanyini ono so wa adwen obedwen na obetimi take a decision no etodo obi ho 90 years jo sa chene tenase na otunufo empelifu a what part ni mu nyina no they were all quiet time honorable Hackman Owusu Ajiman ofi yes net no cocoa board said no board chair ofi so pe What's an ano kasabium? What is say? Hackman, what me a kasabium? Or can they? Because Hackman was overwhelmed. Transidino who said no, I didn't say you see Kono, and moi. It's a Hackman, Jum, no can and tomb. A two baby the ministers of state and Danado, no mina command watum. Me catch them with dra, say red alert, I am ready. Say, why would you ask pa now what to pressure? E de ama ho obi anya wo bone obi anya wo hwe na wato pressure e de ama ho say na kenofrata say dai o person ni office of the special prosecutor o person ye zoom o so person oni ni ye zoom oh what happen o te London ena oni abrofo merewa edi lunch at London anya no quote Bible no oh na say de wa ye na ye na what Bible a ade na umba krom ha oh can no pay yet wa sa de ase o British Airways e ba fie can ofura atatim me do nyame kan ma nyina o medwane afi krom ha Ghana man na ye timu no abusafo yi ɔman no ɛyɛ dia and yɛnyɛ yɛ adwen sɛ yɛbɛboa ɔman no hwɛ ade ɛyɛ me ya kɛseɛ ɛwɔ kurom ha ne sɛ NDC wɔ power sɛsi yɛ yi ma bibi nsi party mu a ɛnyɛ nsi aban no mu a ɛnyɛ NDC fo nyinaa bɛsɔre abɛdifɛnde me deɛ dabi o metwa wo na na ado time ɛnneɛma fo ne nsɛm hunu ɛkɔɔ so nyinaa no yɛnyɛ sani bia wɔ yɛ party nim entimi ansɔre ama me kan kyerɛ sɛ de ɛkɔ so na busuafo ɛnyɛ o na moma yɛn sesa the only thing we heard was that ebeye yɛnsi ɛntima gufi ɛwɔ abɔnten really wɔn sɛ mpatwɔ Samia Uku ɔda hɔ ɔyɛ ɔyɛ mpi ɔyɛ Samia Uku ai me kai pa 2015 me bankran 2013 September Samia Uku ba me show so no she blue black suit with a white shirt Samia Uku catch up say sa de na me yo kuma asema me fa ma ha asma Samia Uku catch up no he said it on air sabe say de akufo ado ye no JB da kwa suban no de ba na say den Samia Uku no ho kura so ye NPP dey he will come out and say oh no no boa he ya kura sa akufo ado aba mu no o 7 year Kojo Pankroma NPP for the assam to padi yi so ya e ma ni copy cabinet yes so time no what joy FM no or so the machine no hwe ade bi or so the laptop and off the phone now or hwe ade bi ade be ya I don't know it's really the huna no obey information minister at the end of the day what came out of that wonderful young man I worked with him so I know who he is. But now, multimedia and song, I was with him. It's been in 7 solid years. Nanado, a sad life. NPP, Mpenny for a shedda, those behind Akufado, a destroying them. You do, baby, no, I did. Yeah, reshuffle. You see, a tam now quarter here, and for so many basso. Young Fanina and Tonche. And then be bagana for back, eh? Menima na me kasa mo chiro TV so amiti me se hwe mani ase call bere call na me kasa mo chiro betima aye ohene betima aye dukuru betima aye sofo betima aye ye friend say archbishop betima aye hwan me Kwadwo Smart amite hey and na me bagana for bat e bi ye me fa who one so oni ma me catch no temi ye hwemani ase ko be ko na me nka asem nkyira wo wobetumi aye togbi wobetumi aye ni me ne na me wobetumi aye nana wobetumi aye hwan hey me te yi me fa wo one ade ba ko pe na me fa ho ene se Ghana ni babunu sori a obenya adwuma ye oman no be yi asa I got no other business. Na oman na yetimu no wo ho ebusuafo ya yema oman no akwakoye te se Ghana ye janka eti obi asori a se de onu pese o ma Ghana odidi agro no sa no de ye abana ye kwato 2024 no enda ma menka security bi nchiro makapen bisa obi a owo ani e wo Ghana ha obi on na se so ye prophet gala tu gaga ye fan say Dr. Sharp oso owo ani broni ba ofi ye free o sankransa ye free oso owo ani wo Dr. Sharp number no friend nebusa no so oso owo ani ampa abana ye to no 2024 no enya ate asefo kwa na to ye malatu gaga u sharab sanu me aya na nkrofo nte de be asema dwen am say bibia wo wiase bia da hotra ho enda hotra number 2 abana ya to no 2024 no sa election ho obi otuma NPP bia bra boy basa what realize it come home I'm sure what you be say na me bagana for ba say John Mahama edin se hunu din samfo estati so ye niam tantan tent sa Akufo-Addo a hey ye ina ye body tiri so tie me ye I am repeating John Mahama me na na be masaro of no ntimi nka Mahama of friend Mahama John Mahama so no so say odi Akufo-Addo nse hunu no bia. There's no time to waste. We got to open the wounds for him to know, sir. You build it on mine, ye, and yet NDC party. But I can sit here and tell you, sir, Mahama, sans and phone Akufo-Addo do ye no on ye be that. Because Mahama better member one and near BH Akufo-Addo. I'm telling you. Ghana for Wontumi. So we a student, we are bar, we are bemo, me fa who. I don't care. I care about Ghana. It is a koba kodru baby a any person say or drain. The real feed who say or bed drain. Them no or mine no best na. So you CEO or a deputy minister or a minister or a presidential staffer or a vice president or a president. Hey, Sani Pano. I say calling out. The man who said BB, I will reassay. The Fed Niagro 2024 abana ekwato ye no. One can say Musaho. One say who could do ballot a polling station hono. No one can also kwato abama NPP. Who can fast to Mama? We were not voting for NDC, we were voting for John Dramani Mahama, JDM. Nidino, a JDM, a G-Dynami. G-D-D-M-me, G-Dynami. One way too much JDM will come high. So near to my crowd, I want to come at Toyam. I saw why from B. I said, there's no problem. B. What's that? I'm trying to say. One ewuko, 34. Messi with a sophobia, I wouldn't know, be also a prophet. One so many masses who power winning from ask them. They will tell you, sir, who got to about the crowd now, fear. Titibia, where we are sorry, no do it. Who grew on the Baba Bokom? For the very first time in the history of this country, a ruling party. The Atuaba, the Archimemeneda, Kwesiada Nopa, now presidential candidate of a ruling party. Say, Mediawoho, Medem, what me da? Ubi 90, the Fourth Republic, Ubi Wahi. They can't say me actually. Ubi Wahi in the Fourth Republic. J. Kufuor put together the best of ministers in this country. And I'm what? Check the likes of Honorable Yawo Safumafu. Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo as the Attorney General. Hakman Owusu-Agyemang, Foreign Affairs. Dr. Kwame Adukufuor, Defense Minister. Thomas Bonikwano, Minister of State at the Ministry of Interior. And Abronya Nowafa, your friend Senkra, Lawyer Obribuahin, Deputy Minister Interior. Honorable J.H. Mensah, Senior Minister. Name them for me. Mame Gladys Asma, Minister of Fisheries and Aquaculture. I know all of them. Papa Uswa Kumabeye, your friend is saying, Attorney General Kakra, Ayuko to Kakra, all of them. Look at this man. But time no buy another dollar, no was from 10 no, when $12 number in terms of 2008. The value is the same. Paul Akwa, Governor of the Bank of Ghana. Watch something. Akufo-Addo ne Baumia is so economist. Baumia the PhD thesis no kaya wuhuni ti wuhuni nai. Me makai. So me bo akokan. And Crawford research or my ekwana padi ni koti ye. When to me anya interview ba kokura wo the thesis ni. So me bo akofabra. Baumia PhD thesis no here no. There was not a single solution. Like a PhD we are. Even master's degree we are. You solve a certain problem. Alamwa. Baumia the PhD no here the thesis no ba kokan. If it ashase ebesi awiye. There's no problem. There's no thesis. Ghana history dan Crawford no and our copy here. And our archaeology say but the two gaga or try same way 1883 Antaru or same way this time and our coffee no two in a goom away and no true conclusion. Problem about me to solve here. When to me and solve a single problem of our country. It's a time now that economic messiah. You know, my nation as the head of the economic management team. Okay, Professor Jamafo. Alan Chamate. Honorable Yao Osafumafo. This is the team. Osafede. Watch this. Professor Jena no Pokwajima not tell literature in English. Or tell literature the brofu. Won't peniso. What tiasio, won't tiasio. Ma meaning I had the head of the economic management team, Anamwa. Ghana a vice president to be in charge of the economic management team. Sabami dollar ya confirma. Anka NPP 4 ya no te so ososi ye huri ye jina pa maso e ka sa yanka Professor Abirwa wentimi aye say ye ntimi mfa ni onyam ne ma me no ye de ma to force nko a ma me ne ka ho bi on na ye vice president head of the economic management team wonti ase o dollar ne confirm nanado otabade no hwim time me koto dollar some di gu ho na ekire yi e kwosoro mo makoton me ton 1688 and e ko 1712 dem se kai agro no bed e hwim 1755 say hey aden na akro man sesa me sikai man sesa so John ba e be 1788 ho na kakra it is obi here dollar na omo from here na me de kwa anye kura no me 1788 da ke wo $1,600 padi Joma ama ba ya se wom energy na no pokwa agyeman yare ye o yare ya na dollar so se me yare Uniama bi o wa he aya na wiase na ya woro look let me tell you today bisa obia o yesunsum ni no nka asam nkyerɛw wa ofisa ka sunsum ni wiase a ka sabe ye wura Ghana he no tumfo o ya sante hene o sanso college wisa bibi ni wiase Jake for the president we for that college ayi your friend say somebody pay your minority leader your friend say after your marking one set up room kwatena form to send me no na or chante why didn't stand say ko pictures no videos na head away na what now or chante we say baby ni we say minority leader or that form e wo yoko or chante o so say ya beche no obedem ya beche no bibi wo wi ase Jane yare ya na dollar ni yare of course a team and a dollar to team one baby a dollar free 1788 that time near home mahama 1788 na do na mo no de ko 1788 near home 1788 near home na do near home ba o 1788 and the dollar is saying dollar is saying Ghana foi abana ye koto ye no ho eye the beginning of Ghana ye yo so wuni ma me catch na wona erutina any sympathy for the o Shavia Kate but why don't you want to be appointed as this say hey kewo me political appointment o me twe me hu se si afri media no mu a enkofo bi be che mahamawe Ebeka Kevin Taylor pe Kevin so on Ghana ha and oye show on America. It is a meme kwa Isle go akwatena wa Kevin want me metra Isle go san kwa America the same day na de eche on san ye show ha emfa Ebeka bi nua Kevin pe Eti mi saje mi ti ha ye ni why you say me ja onua ho Brofo na me kan no say yetu abai we MPP for ntem brofo ase wan ti ase why you say me jai obutantim ntim ha ya me nko ba bia den ti na me ba adwuma ne tie me ye anka boy 8 o'clock I say me call review ba wunti ana me ba adwuma afei yi wasum na tie die nti a me ba adwuma no Ghana na ese no ho eye say ya sheda ye ya dwen say ye support obi wa bra akwa ne nim nyansa ene number 1 number 2 de tia be adwuma ne say Ghana phobia ye wadwen say so ye NDC ni a so ye NDC ni sa at the full cost where say otimi bie na no ka say hey me party nim ne me hunu e cost mo ma ye jai no so onye NPP enema ekoso no eye ne mehunu enye moma ye njai oso onka ukoka si hey adentina musi entimagu fi ewa abonten na mpacho hwan ena de entimago egu no wardrobe entimago ye de gu wardrobe na do danko akufa do betena akonwa so femiye efi 2017 Ebesi 2024 what taxes grants loans any day they boma over 77.5 billion US dollars Scaraway Sika ba system ni mu no 77.5 billion US dollars I am repeating, and I want, I am daring any NPP economist to come and sit here and dare me. I have said it over and over again, and I am repeating today. June 2025. Me say Nana do Dankwa Akufo-Addo Ken Ofori Atta na Afenyo Makin eye majority leader no se me ye sika wonya ye ofa eto agana fo tuae ofa besia wo mo boye ofa grants ebaye ene niam ahodo e ka ho a total 77.5 billion US dollars. Anka wo de anya yie kura no yenye project makomako 77 ye wie na yehu sa sika no ewoyin ene enkrofo say dollar ni artificial yate ase adere ba o me anya bi yate ade na say artificial adere no anya bi Ghana foi bebia ye duru no ene wunti na me ba adwuma me tie nyese me mu ade o ebia wunni me yie. You don't know me well. Wunni me, but I fear never some subai. Ebia wunni me ye. What do you so ko this part there? Sana no. Ghana was born inside of me. It is a Ghana bra. Na me homete. This is me. Ghana was born from here. Yamha, it is a Ghana no or tetia na mania bre. Yes, me muadi o. Come around. Eh? Se Ghana for yantrase anjin konwa. Amwa mahama oho. Mana ntimi anchechire oman ni year. We have the next 10 years to get another leader which we are restart. On one reset it. Or restart it. That leader will not reset or restart. Say Ghana to do a messy. Say yen Ghana for ntimi antren anjim konwa. Antra say amboa John Dramani Mahama jidina me. Na fei yema oman ye trasa. Ye beji, ye bedi, ye me. Ade asese ye boa ne se ye ina ye njin kodwa se fi se obi age ye sika obi afa ye sika. This is the time to support this administration. I'm telling you. Eh? Kroma ha ye we ala tugage Dr. Sharp otuwe onim waba otia ubisa obia wo Ghana ha se Centroni ben pa na wo Ghana ha oji Mahama jijira mu a sa wa wo TV no wana ye wutie akoma ewo kuma se wutie onua ewo enkran any other affiliates over 27 anope ye when presenter be morning show presenter be na ji Mahama jira mu emia obi adim ba bisa wo se adenta me purpose bisa ho nti me to me did deputy minister for time on. Me did minister enye. Chief executive here and Crofodi. You think say me ya the day anedi. Yeah, me kura me high nine nti ka me metra me fie ka ba ntua danka. Anye kura cars and Crofodi mu akra. But me ka be sa office account. Office entra. The reason is that there's a gain. And we need to consolidate that. As soon as I get out of here and go for Mahamari, but say you ho atiasi na me te hey oh bra mo si ye bebum age Mahama so sha ase say sabe oye nkwasiade na Akufo-Addo ye ni bi eno so de me fa nche no ono oya we Mahama winning Captain Smart there, so call Mahama when I'm sure there on winning election based in the Mahun too. The last time I'm who Mahama, Michian in some, time we share so for no, Accra International Conference Center say, hey, see me who be Man, for now, my power send me baby you. I'm telling you today. Eti Ghana for na my able to say more dear. I dare no say a while no beka say ye. Ubwa. Hwe. Me say na wunti na me ba adwuma. Nsema meka no dɔɔso. Niema ya boa no wa ha. E dɔɔso. But me pese wa dream da ho. What niema bi ase. Ama yetimi ato obrabo na ye bodo so. Peter Abraham, yanti kuro him. And ye ka tell ye say, Sinohydro. Ye the China for the sika bebrebe aba. Eti ye fa ye bauxite emma won. Afa na mebe konsam no so. Me se wunti na mbe adwuma ne. Ama se ye chi obi a. Sabe ye buru sabe ye nya do anti ama ne anti bi ne. Me se do mama fa ncha me jajimi no. Mumfa nchame mpenifo ete na mumfa nchame ye chi obi a jajimi no ne jai se wasore ukwa kodi na chi Sinohydro kojo pon kroma ka kire ye as information minister say Ghana for montonyum mumose munda nyame ase oye na do ye wo hoda munda nyame ase no oye kojo pon montonyum waso dem da esro na radio di TV so me na interview no wadom no wadam president and worship team leader senior nada as a captain the air bay in say yetimi je Sinohydro loan no tuma deal no tuma Ghana ya kwan yina ye be pacho mboa I dey lie tell me if I dey lie and afei me so be kan yiri mu wadom Sinohydro deal na yo information minister say 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 hey Sana Muhammad Ibrahim Muhammad peso 2 bauxite Ibrahim Muhammad 2 bauxite na Ghana benya over $5 to $6 billion ebetwam akọ Sana Akufo-Addo si da bi onye onpeso de be ma Ibrahim ye Ghana ni what you say Ibrahim ni nuane Joma amanti onye Ghana ni mebwa ye Ghana ni de kero for ato onye na na do abusani Eeii bomti onye na na do abusani your friend say asante be dey to onye na na do afase say no mo pade na je Ibrahim Muhammad nsem now Yeji Adeni Ibrahim Muhammad Sem. Something that was going to fetch Ghana over $5 billion plus. Yeji Ibrahim Muhammad Sem. Ekache say Sinohydro no ebedru pa ye kwan yina kojo pankroma ne kan ye beye. And Yeji Ibrahim Muhammad Sem. And ye dem China for. And omde $400 million buy bim ye dwabim. Say China for at the 2 bauxite no. Enti yanchi kojo pankroma. It was happen. Enti yanchi no. Also why the I've had what dream at how. Where you have one pay, where you kitikiti wom. Enti yanchi kojo pankroma. Then you can't say you lied as a minister of state to the entire populace of this country. Yaji Sinohydro no tumu no. Efi gomwe nyame. The said I can't bet yes, a friend of Pam Junction. There be a way go one kamu from Ankamu to a Yemen Quaye. Shall well chrome quay and to go to Pancroma through Akufo-Addo catch and say, Ye dear no tumor, ye re into no and no, I don't know. But I Mbisao, yea. Papa mi obedi Minister of Works and Housing. From 2017, your friend Honorable Attachia, Nidima Melord. Of course, Supreme Court, sign or yada for your journalists, your newspaper, Searchlight newspaper, Papa, the first say, can crunchy, sign or Koja Hokoya, Melord, your tap can crunchy, whoop, and in some Melord. My lord, Atache sorry ya anopa dakro ye sorry ya atache say den government secure aban secure $500 million tebiye Ghana for mutebiye atache say aban secure $500 million secure enye duro na ma no ma omonyim no enye sa secure ni bia secure ni kire say Captain Smart we secure 2 mobile phones kire say wo be ho atache say aban secure $500 million or the basic skyscrapers e wo Ghana eti ehi na basic skyscrapers was be ko dwiri ni ma to agu akoya bodam no brafie say ya chi obi a ma wadwe nya dwuma jajibi no eh anchama sorry man shada si asia say wunyansa na wofam o say abanye secure $500 million eti ye di besi skyscrapers na sa wu firi kumase ba wanya ba bi ada wu fi chebi ba wanya ba bi ada ah na de otini ma no ono si wi na de firi kumase na benya ba bi ada de otini ma no ono kwada da ba mu yeti yan sa ku fa say hey what is it go out there to say what I want to can kwasi asem de bi ho and the catch say je sika de besi skyscrapers we have na odri di matugo atata ori afisa me dan sidima so be dream me dan so ago oh urade jame uni pa mo bo mema o say skyscrapers na nya amaso eti atacha sa sika na o say abanye secure no sa sika no ewen where is the money okay yet was I see Ibrahim Mahama ote odo mu for free o tienie Ibrahim Mahama ote odo river for free Nana do be president attach akro ya where's the housing minister me say wunti na me buy but wo de say ya chi obi he Ghana youth ya du ba bia obi a we wie sika say ya chi obi wo kurum ha na nkrofo ko bodom pema yenko pemma ko tiba yenko gwa won e tese sa ni panda dwe nya dwuma yesi odo na e wo ho no ene ye kofa architect yesi architect no waye drawings malatugage ye the hotel be si ha ne ye the way si ha ne ye the way ahye ha ne ye the way aye sei ye the way you say abai hey scan away abai say makwa kope your friend say for $420 million abai say wakonya $420 million abai $420 million what they buy dey o say me buy eco tourism ewo odo eti be say double enam ha denchem so nam ha crocodile also nam ha we say turtle on nam ha na hotel esi ha na odo ayete say River Thames akufa do jira ho na akwa ne church en mo Urafi now have you forgotten $420 million yes secure yeah the ama contract they are term president they na kwa kujina ho na akufa do te ho ojina ho na akwa cheche akufa do na nkasa timu sa matran kran ya che asem ya wo ken kwasi asem na wo ken jai padi isi bi jai asem be na kwa kofa bai kikiri mpacho sa $420 million no pacho odo sesi ete sei debio odo ete sei afai ye kowie ya yesi hey yendane aderi na nkoshe Ministry of Works and Housing there be Ministry of Sanitation Water Resources na oba ne prapra time na omo honde na be ma na da no be ma mpra na ye be ma be a Ambrose Derry catch Ghana for na so anya baller man no be so asa baller ministry menya baller man between the baller eti ono wa Prada ni ye de ma sisi abnada pa ye ni ba ye ho so ase hey $2 million akopie ni dem eh $2 million kekewu dollars ne pounds any other currencies according to office of the special prosecutor oboa meboa yes foreign currencies no egusisi adapa dem ema ne house help teniye answer the house help bet me nya access ewura wo matrimonial bedroom na bibi wo ho house help oh otimi wura bedroom a woni wukunu eda ho and the house help no just an ordinary house help or a house help a wujinidi house help a woni na tena che wo trust no sa house help ni timi ko wura ho onya $500,000 house help ni nya scare me the fan boyfriend free Ghana de ne kwotena brochi e ma boy ni jad ma girl ni nya broken heart sa house help no otimi nya sika and the boyfriend e fa osisi adapa dem e de kwoto dan 4 tieni yo tieni asona me kan tieni ye house help et me fa sika to dan 4 house help eje sika eto business class e de man boyfriend eje Canadian visa e de man no ba connection man so je ne chefa wom mo tab the boyfriend na business class e de kwotena Canada house help no to be fa sika e ko ni krom e kwoto dan man ne maame house help no etimi nya sika ekoto dan ma ne papa eye sika do no say house help abawa your friend so mama etire ye sika do say na egu sisi adapa dem help me and me maame no me catch your plate you don't love sisi adapa more than I do for time and ma wo de wo share yen say mumpo mumbo mo ban no the list is that the power was number 1 on that list before Gladys Asma before Mami Teresa Tegu me te hasa no me nya wadwen o na minim Ghana che o papa bi hwa wadi 80 years house help afei ye ma me kokota o say ye wie ne sika ndo do ye say o so onima no antaru to wei na antaru sika se ne bag mu antaru sika se na ayira say minima no malatu gage oto ye obeye commercial interview ha no pay akwa kaswa na sika se ne bottom sika se ne bag mu sika da dem na malatu gage sika na wo se ayana se o say edo so do nti minima no na almost market you are saying na Paula Dumotre ofui o TV so say eye yasensa abode sabi asante him akura wu ye otufo yansa abode saying ensa abode say na ba ye wokuba say ye dot ye ensa abode do do say na ba ye $2 million in that akwano ofui otiwo say ensabode kwa $2 million na si say da pa ni nua be ma no nipa do say na onim wo hwa wo na wonim no wo ti say ni nua bi kura wu ukwa ye ni bi say ye ni sabode e ba say ye boy ye cost rupa 20,000 Ghana cedis opa me kan cham say mbo because video and somebody they cost rupa 20,000 Ghana cedis obi a mantra unless of course so much in somebody be fair chire and so esa we sisi abusha for we kromfo because e yesi dey e bon san ye bo odwom obi a wo gin somebody e wo funu achi bi and we kromfo abusha na che wa itimi yu ye pamo fi abusha dim na Paula Dumotre ete wo say $2 million no e somebody na Queen Elizabeth kura wu ye and somebody say no munyan Pop yo wu ye nansi hen kra say atade da say pam share no say na ntua designer nka afena budget na o ma ye no they are paying you see the say na me ka say bi atade da o mo share na no an editi o mo you see da bi o ye pam special thing Safe no mawi a ye tua designer kra. Pope kra wu ye nsa abode na yesai. Me am former Pentecost chairman opoku ina ko bi nsa abode kra wan tua bi. Bi so opoku ina so ko tua nsa abode a. Wa monsa. Was Vatican ye monsa. Na Ghana for ya yire ye ka ho. Ebushemu yi masu na muti akura fa atijum. Yeah, yo. Ebushafo bu yi masu makua ni atijum. Ejano ne nanom ne ebushafo amwa. Sabu musa me gina ha santin ye chia ye ba ye be gina ha etrem nche ha yi. Ebushie yi. Bibia Captain Smart of you near TV or JB na ba e. Wa ba woni aba afia. Tago so ka ho. Woni abrante aba ko ye Kristo din so yesu nkramodin ye friend Antaro ono so gina ne nche bi. Ebisamba ya so mo free. Bidia general akasafide kase ba ko pa wo mem ha. Se oba ya o mo say. Ebusia bo mpata. Mba na ebusia mo nsu anom. Nsu kura mo ji ye kura mo anom asa dia ma ebusia. Ebusia mo nsa. Ensa no so kra ya de ma wo no o se de ade ato no de se ebo ade opede ni ase ti esra mo abusia no nsa no kra po ya no on ka so mama mo aduane kra captain si ye aduane ba ne ebedie ye ame na efin kran ba ye ti captain ndi JB ndi tago ndi antaro ndi obi ndi o se mo ba ye a je mo kan na se ye ka ba ho ye betutu mpata ye betutu nkonwa ye be say Ghana pede ye we yi ase MC. It's amba ya mukuta munsamska 5,000 Ghana cedis. Wodi kay sika dada ma 50 million. Ya pini wa mwa. Pope natari ya share yentu yai. Na ya say sisida da pa sika na kopie ni da mu no. Ya say eden ha. Ya say nsabode ebe ye. Na professor Messi kura wu okuru nsabode say na ndisi funyai. Afesi da pada hu se Paul Adomo cheke kan kwasesem o se da bi adere nyensa abode me ye president kama che Paul Adomo cheke da you lied. Sabe me ye Ghana mampani a ye investigate ade ame hu se ade da esire ye bone wuti e kire na wo pa bibi akova bone no so me ye Ghana mampani a Paul Adomo cheke o call remand o mayo da okay, five so to nchen. Ye ti obi ana wudi mirika na wudi ye kire. He Professor Christopher Miyokunfi. I love that man. Upa busano. Na yire ye hima. Professor time oye Minister of Harbors and Railways and Harbors and den. Busano edwane ya ne ye. Ye President Kufuor fa no ana ye ko Boankra busano the number of times any Professor Christopher Miyokunfi former Director General of the Ghana Education Service, as somebody this supposed to know, Bisano, how many times I was driving in convoy. I didn't call Boankra. The number of times I didn't call Boankra. So men share checking videos, any pictures, sir. You didn't back Kane. I was the first person coach you to faster. Who I carry that was. Go and check the videos. Professor Christopher Miyokunfi, who come and cry and what's be the train before you. Na keteke ya de fawiem landing kura keteke dodo wasa na fawiem America keteke dodo wasa na fawiem Professor Christopher Miyokunfi no atam $2 million ya de kwaye dan ya see feasibility studies we ko feasibility why ya atam $2 million ni ya dama Egyptians no maji akwa akudi train ni beba nne train ni beba china ye wie ne ye ka say papa yi ye friend say Thomas Benson na papa no ye fiber optics no o Ghana ni no o invent you say internet na MTN den na mo na fiber no ye Ghana ni e na invent ye e na papa it the baby oba Ghana na me ka tell so pani san wa chikwa America wo also Catherine you don't understand, you know what I'm trying to tell you is that the President of the Republic, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, is a very good man. And he's got a lot of things for us to do, man. I want to stay here and help Ghana. Okay, 2017, 2018, 2019. And I'm sure no Kumasi. Cocoa Board for the first Deben Beam Hotel. Golden Bean Hotel. I say, hey, Captain, I want to go back. You want to go back? I want to go back. That your man is not serious, man. We want to put things in place and make sure we're going to get to a better place. But you see your president, what he's doing? They're doing this here, they're doing that there. They're just dissipating money. They don't want to do it. I want to go back. I say, Prof, I told you. So by that time, I thought that they were going to do something good. I said, that time you thought they were going to do something good. Go sit in your ghetto in America back, man. Go there, man. Or the man, Papa Ntra Kuma Makufado, my Papa Nehu. Yensi and Kura, well, I shall free you. Oma say no. Oma Yen Query. Well, Papa Netra Kuma, if you do evidence, now, the Dr. Thomas Mensa. On to be signed a chimko America. Because when it seems to a person of Ghana, Papa ni ya. He died a miserable man. What's the one thing you wukura? Well, woman you say no ya te and self home. Or call Papa ni yekuno. They say the train befa wiem. Now what a chechere? What a fumaswa? God in Chrome for say so many. What is so many? In Futura was so many important. A crab occupied that street in any say, asa, other suburbs in Futrun. Now, Professor Christopher B. Kufit was also the train, Beferium. Now, if you come say, African world, too, not passion sutua, net train is what two from Kubasi. Net train in the Rim or Bagana or Bagcry. But say, and the winter me buy, send a bear, chill be our better at the NSC. Chama want to be here. And I mean, what did me here, despite everything. And where the way are not Osinantino. Say, on share that. Na say, area, me bonya me pie, say, me panyamia chow. On such a want to me area, my despite everything. Me pegan and near money who know. We did bonnet a when we are different. But say, Yaria Sano. In fact, I was shocked. Me straight to the ampon. Oma ntiapo be nima de kuna na ye no the way no nante no as a mild stroke bisa I don't in fact it was terrible. Best doctor for we krumo ambetimi ahwe no momo mode na mo hwe no na on tiapo I mean na me raho honestly na me raho yeah na train e be fa wiem yeah that's what I see train na be fa wiem sika na wo here sika na hye. It is a chi was our trainer, Befa Wiem, trainer ma, Sikana Soko, Sikana ma, Sikana she. That's a was sorry now could dear Chile say, Uka Kujra Yoku, Uka Kujra NIB, Uka Kujra Ghana Police Service say, Yachio be say, or the training for Fabiumity, we MPP now, what bois, eh, sorry. Oh, and Germany and TV Mfanchemi. Sorry. Man Shada Kura. With the Man Shada. With the Mfanchemi. With the man shut up, Miss Strum, you can do one me. Somebody's back as we are mad, and there's some movie behind we are mad. So I quit now. Say, I chill beside the train by 5 years. Now, so we are MPP. I quite took was a catapre. We are better. Now, would you? Cocoa roads. Let me go to the fourth point. Cocoa roads. Nana do buy na honorable yaw osafumafo. Oya de ye me nam de to no. No bia na de to osafumafo. Wo hye na busa no. Me nam to no oya de ye. Osafumafo be finance minister. Na Ghana ye de ka. That time they tell pepe. Na me wo me nua baba ko kan news wo Fox FM ye fe na kwesi dua. That time no need Fox. I think it's not capital or say baby. There's a boy na mete your friend say Otek FM 102.9. No me near just say my men buan pipi. And you call epic. They said the Ghana ye catch chain. And they must started to 2 years. You share suffer for Kumasi. You could hear question day. Oh man, share. You know what I'm saying? Offer. Captain, I'm so yade ye no. Why yade ni ye? And I your suffer for me. Me am the tone no. Or suffer for that win election. Point number 4. Or see Cocoa Roads metwem. Adetra Mahama ede akwan bebre ama contract. Hwe Ghana for dwene ho yewu. Ekwan a wo be fa so. Na me fa so. Ye betime akofa aduane de aba. Akufo ado ne ayi osafomafo etwam ewie yo se mewie mamemu o meko masesa nkrofo akogu adwuma mu. Watwa kwan mu masesa nkrofo agu adwuma mu. Osafomafo se yenkwa ya audit. Ene yekofa Professor Ajibadua no audit service board chair. Then omo audit Cocoa Roads. Ebushafo tedi yo Peter ekwan na Mahama de ma contract no. Na ye $15.7 million. Tedi ye that about Dr. Kwabena Opuni and na ye Cocoa board CEO. What they fancy $16 million. And no man dem ma contractors ni nyina say won hwe no mo fanye kwan no. Ghana for munti asem ni $16 million na ye dey ma contractors say mo fanye kwan no na Cocoa Roads no. Ye timi fa Cocoa ne mbra mo na Ghana nya mfaso no. Osafomafo ne Akufo ado say dabi ye ntwam. Ne ye ko investigate afetie. Ekwan na ye dey ma contractor ye $16 million no. Ye kwa akwahwehwe mu keke onya se ekoye kwan no ye de $10 million na ekohwe mu. Ye de $10 million and na ekwa akwahwehwe ekwan nim say de kwan ma malatu gage. Ye de ba Peter ni Abraham Antaru nu Godwin GH boy ni JB na akwa me do shatare ohu to de kwan kwatum sansama for so chen konkon hwem ya de $10 million na ya de hwem na contractor no ni ho say Godwin yes bra won ye ma contract we no ani ye twam ye say ye twa Godwin contract ni mu no $500,000 eti ye twa Cocoa Roads ni and ye say another $10 million edi twa contract ni adentre sa $10 million no Mahama twa $5.1 million as we feel abem it is a 16 crore fansa ka 11 million mo adena sa 11 million na aka no sa $10 million na ye spend say the investigation no ye mfa nso ne ye wie Cocoa Roads no ye say ye nye ye twam wie ya ye movie added from 16 million to $45 million contract ne ye de ama han chema Wontumi from 16 to $45 million. Wontumi titaniyo contract nakasa value no is $16 million. You signed another $10 million abeka ho. And you sign awarding $45 million kabom na hwe. Chaba Wontumi yakwan so ahi wa ye ose da bi menyai. Na Cocoa board the truck ose kun ya ma say 51 million Ghana cedis. Waje ane. Pacho Cocoa Roads no ye. See anye. Yey. Cocoa Roads yanye. Eti se ye obi. Na uko gina ho sa uko ye deda we ye me. Point number 5. Say betifie ha ye sesi ye. Anti bi na ye group CEO. Mesenu ma na ye COO. Eti mesenu ama to wasa say oh captain say yes boss. Ye kobo be se hu. Mu na mo support ye say ane. Be say na be say fie ha. Ama media general I had to say heaven ye say boss ye jitum. Okay. Mesenu ama kwaje be say ane ba ya. O say media general wo lawyer badompe. Na bom Abraham ye lawyer bi oti ba bi. Wakofa Abraham say onhwe loan ni ma no wabra e wo lawyer senator fie ha o Abraham's the baby. Abraham so by also loan now more kwaje no me pay 1%. As my contract him. Mr. Duama say my sign. Na odeko. SIC State Insurance Corporation e wo fia ha. Mr. Duama say me pay. Peter I say yes. Who ya enterprise insurance company Nura I say ani bra. Share insurance ni mam. I say me so hwemo a. Meji be 2% I say my sign fako. Where we I say ani me Bank of Ghana ewo ho number 1. NIB abandia ewo ho number 2. Ghana Commercial Bank ewo ho abandia number 3. ADB ewo ho abandia number 4. I say sa banks we na no mempe. Can Fighter Bank require fencing? Data Bank. Hey, mo ho we say ani. Loan na ye kwaje no ye de be fa sa bank na aban bank wo so ye mpe. Percentage be na mo pe. Am so ye so ye percentage so and so. O se masan. Sa no safma for Bob be say okruma. Kojo ba redu sa no Bob be say okruma. Se tape sa no Bob be say okruma. Doctor Kobrado for sa no Bob be say okruma. Eti besia na e ba ye no. Ghana bank ko Bob be say na ya che. Let's canasa. When I say finance minister bedru, ni so mu say kura. Sabe that would jibi. When jaw ma me o yare stroke. No be say ko jira yoko aboa. Oh sorry. Ye kwadwo. O mobile phone no bo ano. Na di bi ka ko jira yoko. Sa o ko ye dai. Ukosu am obi papa. Sa o ye dai wa fa man sika. When we national cathedral, me say so poku ina ko jail. Asofo na ko mahama ho, e ko dada mahama, e ko blackmail mahama no ye ni mu ina o. Me catch man sa me kofie. Munche. Kano for ata dey ehwe no ho a, national cathedral eno so ka ho. Cathedral na asofo na mo wo so ina no obi anya ready. Mahama nchemo a ye youth do ya be chemo. Yeah, my own preachy. What was one them horse and yaba? Yeah, near Ghana demonstration, you back person yet to. Yeah, near call. Yeah, baby was on them. Yeah, $58 million. Okay, to crony the $58 million. That's a check. What sort of penny? Ye che what sort of software? Ye che obia na odi mirika kwaso ye NPP ni unko dinachi. Really? Ye say ebo e wo Ghana ha nyina no enye fe. Ti akwose sabo egu container efi Israel di abesi ha. Say ebo no efri Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden ye wo Israel. Ebusuafo yi. Bebia ye dro no. And said JB ko Bob wa ho abetra hai. Ye dru ba bia sese ye ina ye Bob wa ye ho. Dey ye make sure say you see obi afa oman sika. We got to deal with that person. Now ora for no ye be demonstration tiamo because much ora must work demo ebeba so. Ye Jessica part 2. Oral must work. Me near your yokoi, Raymond Acha, Ray. A jawum, but as a speed no kakwam, yanko 300 kilometers per hour. Raymond, Kejadu gum. Nayan Shasian Chinkrofo. Amasa what ya sasi swa, now you're gonna in your mouth positioner. What ya see who say? We are building a nation and not a political party. Yeah, your mind and your party, yeah, yo. Eti Ubiaba said he a party. Eti a political party, it's also a party. Eti Crawford party, we did free no. Ubiaba so we are gonna seek free because a party, yeah, party. Pacha your party. Yeah, your mind. ebi a ye duru no de here pa ne say ye be job man yesi ho enti Ghana ye ofe say the Ghana ti enti wo ankasa ye ofe ti ase ba me say en sorry say wo ko gina ho say wo ko defend obi see e man bail ukrom kwan ye nyai ade a ye hu wo man mu ha sesi a akono ne say enipa wiye sika ye nefa mra kwan so ne ya che no sesi ya me no ka say finance minister pe won bo red alert baby I be so mu ga wiye sim ha baby ya bia ye de ba ye wo countries a omo and subscribing to Interpol protocols and ho Hong Kong say no on the US can akwashe obi ahwe ye hu but the day wo mukura an say Hong Kong na ono on your part of Interpol no ade a day wo say aban foforo trokrata abre Hong Kong aban say abrante bi hye ukrom ha oda hotel we oye kromfo ye peda omo so omo free plane aeroplane ye do betem straight ye do aba Ghana youth yenjai jimi no na yema ye ho kwan se ye bemboa na oman no ejane na so
you say okrom there edoso ye wo Ofori Atta na ye wo Wontumi issue
baby wa person de fa bia
yeah the other kind I think that my man started from Wontumi case in answer
okay
and I think that issue and we've gotten to the end of it. But the side aspect, a certain snapshot to be a yani ebobo so the minority or more parliament a catch Ghana for say among koyo mojuma na mom or call to solidarize with Wontumi our national security. And we saw Nema a course where M4D the course but behind those Nema na air course no there were critical questions that people were not asking. Captain, the gentleman was granted bail in Ababe 4 days ago. The bail condition is 50 million Ghana cedis.
Pew.
Yes. The NPP made it look like, say, a bin sida in the life of Ghana. A Kana yede to Wontumi so no. There's a coming nowhere close to the Yahubida in this country. And most of the interviews are not big wings within the party. Say, Omashada Asalapi Wontumi with 50 million Ghana cedis are buying it to me. Intentionally, they don't want Wontumi to be built. But, Captain, my men drive back to 2012. Abra Yafasa Wyoming case, Gidi Wokroma say no. Wyoming case, the amount of money involved there 51.2 million Ghana cedis. The gentleman was slapped with 54 million bail condition as far back as 2012. So it is not a DABC Ukromada. And he was able to meet the bail condition, granted bail, and the subsequent way on 4 years. Now, no one Papa na on at 2 years, and they say on any for D or bank is Do you know the amount of money that was slapped on them? 600 million and over. 600 million compared to 50 million. So I know that they are not more was much ado about nothing. Just trying to whip public sentiment. Because the real and the core issues at the center of Wontumi case, are far bigger and larger than the in the case of your friend say Wyoming. Wontumi case, even one case involve a whooping sum of about $45 million. I can be nowhere close to amount of money and Omoka about Wyoming. Again, that's why Kwaji Ezim Bank $10 million is even bigger than the amount of money I can have. And this we are now be bailer. You heard the amount of money involved in the criminal way na why no. They are so amount bail because the idea is say nipa no dwane state no more at least the bail condition can defray the extent of cost na yabo no. So very often na bail no so change sikana yes wedi no. But they want to make case 50 million is nowhere close to your friend is saying $45 million and even $10 million. And assassin who was saying no. And these people were trying to whip public sentiment into this particular issue. Sebe lose focus on the criminal activities na branch na yedo. I say you pay attention to. Because for me, I'll be very much concerned about the destructive nature of Wontumi's businesses. Natural, you can say, forest, I was saying, Okroma, the devastation of what cause to your natural, you can say, environment, Okroma say, and on a put value and money on it. I'm not sure, say, Ubibetimiaka. And at the time, now Wontumi nama all kobase nsuo and we didn't see the minority, the then majority, or anybody on his right senses. All cultural brand and adia wuye who say nsuo ne nsase enti ebeya hasting slowly. Because Anam says Sikano ba ekoma omu nyina nya bidi ntino nobody questioned that gentleman. And my catcher will be only answer when you to me. He thought he was sitting on the moon, just doing things in a manner, Sabi. So at that point, they lost key on caution. They couldn't caution the gentleman. Say, "Adena now are dangerous." And again, political influence you can be the man name say. Because you see, I'm a to make contract. The question is, track record ban or when it comes to say because we have contractors over the years, they are known for some of these things. But I'm saying the political connection. Captain Smart is tell a contract. Every excavator crowd to be that. But what you do is a wage contract. And I feel I will show be a what that expecting us. Can what slash it too. Now what they have and I'm some find your coin. Then the hooping some not about her. And over the years, that is what we've been doing. So the gentleman na kwaje land say or kwaje kwan so oba ye. The question is that did he do it or yeah. Evidence was here. These are some of the things I was expecting the NPP to put out the fact out there. Say, and some na can't to a brand here no and kwan we no kwaje why evidence in here. When you speak to people in that particular manner, then people will know that the government is witch hunting the gentleman indeed. But the reality is that and some na can the criminal activities now why you are not even talking about it. You are not even interested. And you think, say, we are still in 1990. We are still in 2000 where you can just say MPP and this and I'm 40 years that emotional campaign, emotional politics. Those things will not fly. It's the reason why the right thinking Ghanaian in society couldn't fall for some of the shenanigans in those kind of emotional campaign that was activated by the MPP. Now you're quite form now and I said these guys are not serious. They are still joking in opposition because you see, Captain, when you lose political power, you lose connection with the people. That's so right. As a right thinking individuals are more leading such an institutional political party, what you do is that you try to reconnect with the people by making sure say you become a voice, a representative, because whenever a government is in power, it's a different thing. By opposition, you always try to bring the people to your side by making sure that you lead the conversation, direct the conversation. Say by I did goodwill ever fall into your side. But never no more. You go to social media. It's as if that's still your opposition. NPP is still in power because every single Ghanaian on social media and as a forum, if you listen to some of the comment even concerns among for Kenya, they are just trying to paint the NPP as if they are still in power because doesn't make sense. As an opposition party, you need to just restructure things and see how about approach it. But they still have this arrogant caliber of people still leading the chart of the party, and they think that they need to go ballistic. But then politics the narrative Ghana for are interested in the substance of the issues at hand. It is a Wontumi issue na oka. Bring the key fact eguho na can say na cause it's the same emotional campaign of Muweji in the case of the Chief Justice when they were saying that Pamu Chief Justice Amanako when indeed fact on the matter, the evidence available and the processes has been activated thus far. There is no infringement, there is no contradiction, there hasn't been any error that has occasioned anywhere. It is a whole cancer seminar based on what? Mamena tena say seminar on tiase or de court. So on one question unanimous no be. Unanimous no ma package or mochicha ma for no. Or no I man package ni be odi kofie. So that is how it is. Esa yehu say and then Wontumi metena say Ghana for adwin ni agro. People are interested in the real case, the evidence and as for na because of social media, Obi are not interested in politics, right? And then they are getting used to people are hooking on. Man for be so much interested in issues of politics. And don't think say you can wage that emotional campaign. I don't know make catch say Abra omo general secretary no cultural say patriot you enko adenta kumifie no. What a comment you be try obi say odwan when you were chopping your ladies, did you remember us? These are things say say Ghana for need da. They are not your ladies, did you remember us? These are Ghana for the only way and then they say things, making sure say goodwill is on your side. When you have that thing, people will follow you. But when to make case, it wasn't as if he wasn't granted bail. The gentleman was granted bail. All that they needed to do, he said, somebody will pop up and say, my provided the sureties and but we now promises Canada Japan now. Party are more your friend say as simple as Elon Musk. The Senka Nema way no problem. Or to the bottom he could have paid. But Captain, the reality is that they were just finding and dancing around the whole thing. It took the gentleman 4 solid days in your friends Yoko custody. And now who let me say Kwabrania you weak, quiet ha. And the church say political power. So so who said would you didn't power is fleeting. Political power, time, emani very uncertain. And we need to me a fire nyansa there and treat people good and make sure that there is an expiry date. Our office be our say. Don't ever think say many to me and it will never exit. But unfortunately, because most of the people who get into political prominence in this country, majority are not intelligent. When they get there, they think that they are sitting on the moon. The expiry date will not come. But you see, power is fleeting. It doesn't matter how long you stay there. The expiry date will come. But either so you survive or not, it will depend on a name. To meet radio, so you go, ne diamond, and as for the good TV swana, a man for a budget, so no, I know Namana or Kasaka, Akaka he never thought that time will come and he will be held accountable. So it's a message and it's a lesson to everybody in government today. As a way to me, now I just say, being class 7 in Semuna, but your friend, our back, our girlfriend, I will know where Jay that now but talk as a far more. You should know, say, a time will come. The only difference between you and Wontumi is time, and that time will definitely come. A bar won't because you see, the era where people go on TV.
The only difference between Wontumi is time.
Time.
Okay.
And that time is coming. Time, no, so you can't stop it. I will be in a born and you can't stop time. Time is always running.
Time is gone.
Exactly. But to be safe, it depends on what you do during this time, and to make sure say you serve people with dignity. Yamma power no fa so amra so me ba sese abi hu se kobiche e de abrante bi aba one of the radio station TV3. Captain, do you know what happened to me? Sa June 3rd disaster be esi here no. And a boy was a victim. Na nim nyina I think that he has undergone a lot of surgeries and as for no. We live in a country where there will be a disaster and a passerby will suffer such a devastation, a bit difficult to the sense that we're describing it. The gentleman has been left to his fate, and on nam kwan ho no stress resika, and a kobicheko who now or try just to solicit some way be or the man. So why would you be? I think that you can contact him, no help be. The gentleman is in one of your studios. Boy now over. So politics now, your question is how do we impact on people? Because I never disaster near and I'm for lusu moyere. Obi lusu ne ma, obi lusu na busi, obi lusu ne nine, obi anima say, but state has never, okwa abroad, oh yeah, Jumama campaign the binasa okonya accident ya. So uti ya, and I say accident in a very way, so won't mean Juma Captain, you will be paid till you die. But in our part of the world, disaster na onim hu hweo, e we na see and a wire victim. But nobody will go to his aid. A choice of power and politics na ya nyase ya de bebo ni power. Among na to me na fena yede be yakaka ben 7 science no is the reason why you see people like Wontumi as for all of them rushing into the political space because and them catch say politics and governance in our part of Africa no and give you prominence to intelligence wisdom then as for be any fool at all can become a leader at any point in time because osikana as for them and it's consistently we've been driving ourselves into a hellhole. How do we get out? It is contingent on menewo. How as people never rise out of emotional politics. Never making sure that governance is about us. It is not about some kind of fidelity via war and emotional attachment via war to individual and not any political party. Because young crow for no Chrome has a nipo munya to me no, they don't respect people. Or munipa or to me after no dibedin se munu and do what you are now cotton when you mana or the winning form. Let us sit back and make sure say the wielders of political power will be held accountable. Now you making sure says how to me no yet be yamanipa anya impact also. Now obi ko din in same huna enya wo na wokoba aboso na wakodi okogina dwam time na mekoko ama no. Say when the gentleman was in power no, what is Wontumi be in the door say NPP for mra party da. But enne ya chena or fro say wo hiani no bra yoko na be dealers na wokona yekobo wani a nkwase ani na yabo. Sa enne it's a lesson to every young man out there. Politics, let us sit and make sure, say, we direct people to do the right thing. obedience muna don't be fooled by na your party near no make sure say issue na ye ka ho asem no you really understand it kind of orata beba no so otena krom ha bom kwase abose nyina odwa na kwatera burucha no to so ope zoom no ope Twitter na mo de bema no ohu hwe
Anyway, Lucius.
Captain. Captain Darcy. Before my court mentions, I na Madam Fuduwa Wenchi, a friend of Sabatu. What I saw over the weekends, let's call more information. Bina as I went to me and found out course. And you know, we are the number Ebema. It's about to one man the marble. Now, Captain. Wontumi case in home. Minim ne na NPP for be pese be the case here ankasa eye. Because the yoko for eye no. Ebi asipen. Enye wontumi nko aso. The chair say yoko for ekọ ese be ekọ kire no. Ba nkọ se be ekọ gina honom se be ekọ be ekọ tutu se ne na ono paint picture na manaye no. Obia ni won yokoya ya okita sekan anase obi koye gidigidi wo honom but the arrest warrant ne ko say be kwa akoche no na de meka kra say de di kan a ba chew ye wo mra e wo kurom ha sei emra a ehye offense institution no nsa no eche say be wakwanya say anase that authority na be betimi ade me betimi a chew enti de di kan no ba chew Dear Tosumienu, say, any who can say be detained for more than 48 hours. And intino, Edru Sabreno, Bama Bill, Intino Niabe say, Obi mum, eba bedin, eba baby bilu. Enti say, NPP for qua beko honum no. Who are lawyers, parliamentarians womb, and in before a womb. Who nim bill condition na ewo honum. Then party a benyina bekobo dompem ewo honom wa breko a banti an hwe kwan be fa so be meet the bail condition na me na anu no nyina na me hwe ne na NPP for area na me hu say be esu be ho say obi ayi asne ye obi ayi enti me na be ni nyina no na ba na be esu be ho say akwa ti say wa Boadu maternity ward. There is no virgin in the maternity ward. And Tiba na be ohonu nyina no akronfo fa. Be ya nkrofo a allegations e de dabe so say either say obi aye bibia daachi bia ono nso hwe kwan say ne be de ye wuntumi no ono nso obeden obekomu bi. Because say wotie wuntumi lawyer na no Friday what you say na man no de maturity e ye adwuma. Na our friend saying be ayi director of legal na minim ne na opese o kire wa breko a wo ankasa wo ya mranim ni a wo che se wo ye lawyer na wa hu say ya ma obi bill say ya ma no 50 million sa 50 million na ya dia ma no wontumi dia no kra dia kra esau because biniti say ne Ivan e kan yi about Woyomi die about wo sign ball obi foforo de hwe even Atuation, share men's gold in Nipa friend simple. Men's gold. So no crying there 500 million. Number one, they are 500 million. Now they compare 500 million to that of 50 million. Now bet na honum na se o ba be ye deda. Na no kwasem ye say damage a wontumi akose no. Sa 50 million na bedemand no krampo no mimi hunu kra se isa e sakra and you see want to meet Chrome high say empanufo can say be say it takes a whole village to raise a child and he want to meet Chrome ha in sama okeka amanfo edibani ehwe obi antimi anya chese NPP for antimi anya nyansasem bi anka nche madamfo ade a wuye awie chire no ne ebeto no enye papa or the emotions chese ofiti preko pese or kasa na wa yina adwena si nchen na wa ahya ase say ensemhunu infreni masem nsema emfata nsema pani enka he wontumi nsema okeka ye no okuru basi won ebi wo okra captain wontumi repeat nsema wontumi keka ye ebi wo ha wontumi enye den en repeat na nokwasem ye se he emra de mra wo emra wo ho se ye start say de mra adwuma ebetim de mra adwuma but on the friend displacement of anger so because of the mra anywhere dear wahu obesan to me de offense abufuo awuram won to me at that type won to me you obi a che a be che no Ghana for dodo na ape say ya chi won to me because nsema wakeka no kurom ha any damage a wa cause no any damage ketua na won ti kurom ha sei wahu say obi akwaje besia 10 million say me de kwa akodua bu nipa kroya asna akwaje ayi road contract cocoa road contract say oba beye yehu kwan a waye the same person Boadu forest cause a lot of damage e wo honom na ya chi na de obetimi aye say obekwa akwotena farm na waye didi he da bia me kan say we won nursing pregnancy is not difficult too. Nursing pregnancy is not difficult. So wonyem na anyinsen mu emu abofro ne mu ntasu toto aha enya den isa raising up a fool so wo titi jimfo dancing bosom nkura nyinsen no because me abede ye won't know NPP for the year no fan fooling say NPP rally you can imagine sika anka bebe hia any the I mean can saying crowder ebe ho but eba ni say no say benya amanfo no obekoi benya amanfo ebi musu ti krom ha ya ma men kan asem wi danfo bi ko gina ehonom bele say oye frafra ni o say oye den hwe ebi mu aye be ho say but the whole northern region no ahu ebe twitwi gatam ma men kan sa asem wi Sali pana okogina ha okese wa organize bokofo wa organize hefafo eni ntino se ba ne se kan dia
forget
no
forget
frafra hene tiemi afra no twena so se frafra hene tiemi a
wa be patch o
ene na cha opa ni nyina no bantwena so se ote akra ha babia yewo bia yewo dagate hene yewo mo hene yewo mosi hene yewo hwane wane frafra hene wo ho onfra no na asotwe a efata no onfa ma no hwe NPP ba ye northern region ho no kohwe the whole northern region no enye ayi baumia no kwotena ofrensen radio so kwaka say the biggest project about no northern region eye dam na abaye no ho no meanwhile 11 million afa on sato yahu dam yahu hwe wo ho northern region da no ho ye no ho no free upper west upper east northern da ni course wo ho ne obi mu mababa ni chairman na out of his chairmanship no onu atimi awe ni contracts ahodo atimi aden akogigi sika enu kwanse ogibabia ese nka di sika ko ekoma hiafo kwa damfu ya gigi agunu botom wa metua ba school fees wa anya hwe amount ende ba achi na wa ba be gina ho ka say wa organize bokofo ne hefafo say wo de ba be yi wuntumi na wuntumi ti krom sky oje no normal bi wo hwe nipa no kra ne ho ne dress ya na odigina ho no ma wo ti se be 2 series coin bi ni dan botuma enwan no enso ogina say o ba be yi wuntumi what you said no I no ho npa no nti ase
2 cities
ase be 2 cities coin bi dan botu ma wan no
and also the baby you
ba be you to be Captain Asemo
I don't say 50 million
yeah 50 hey no wahu won say captain
oh my word
we dey won ma menya tribalism kakra won say me dagati ni last me catch you me the gati ni enti mpempi no sometimes we yes na say last me catch you say me the gati na media da
what to kasa no
metepa metesin kasa bia
ka fada gati kasa na me so tia
me fan kan mbo yeko ve yela na fe wa ma me ka da gati kra
ka me se ka da gati na me ko kada gati na me ko mami wuza
me free nandom enti ma menchia nandom impole ni neza poli nandom na ano nkaka okay so inyi nandom buo na yi inye ke mbo empoli anandom bi liza poli nandom na me embo yeko afrafaldim abe ya beyin te master ne be ne boli apoble na chanting alabe a yala ala na ya ne fa iwa anifa iwa apoble na chanting alabe a ese ne bolo ebone na se ne de wa ne de ala na ya awuntu na chanting da ulibi ne o contract una da sa contract na obekọ home ne ona be ko ho nra bonso hu chanti alabe ayeka ho deni niwe yini boko deni niwe yini bolga se ho ahwa I wuntumi bonso ha se ho yale a wuntumi na da olibi ko ho na be oko ho na amina wuntumi de ko pampa na ho na china yira ho na chen hu bia wa te school fees san wuntumi na ya be ana na ya ba mia dana de olibi wa ko ho
wow
ba mia dana de olibi wa ko ho be the NPP ni buolu de libi wa ko ho so captain makanwi matubafo ma niya sabadi yan
ga fa na mina be kramai
frafrafo ani we kramai frafrafo ani unim no I just don't want to go hard on them when say ya be masters what you see nti ya frebe se be yan kwa eni ntino ehaye kwan ho enti
me da say waka pesa o
ma catch on several occasions the first time I catch on cry Adum FM
sure
wow na me won say me din cry down say the gati din me mba na ntafudi ni da be so me kura me ntu abofudi me nkwan wa abofudi
sir what delicious there
sanfa
wow
me di chuvie sanfa lucious be chuvie na say ba yefin chuvie no so ntafudi
okay Timinu mi ne ntafo simple wow
ade a shock you e ma no shock you say obi anim
okay
obi anim say
me wuntumi ye okuru ni
wuntumi ate sebelo e frafra ni so e frafra ni dia na che so e makoa
wuntumi benya ho e kasa
enti captain de danfunu ko gina ho a oyeye no eye mfre ni masem no oyeye no wanye ni yi wanya futu because wuntumi sika waji no krom ha no wo omma bi wuntumi contracts a oje no wan fro se be ye bi wuntumi call masrock ema masrock for tour of friend saying Land Cruisers edman no wo wa ma bi na adenti a ubegina ho no se den ye de ama wo se den ye na wa ba begina ho ebe keka nsem a enu kwanse oka wahu captain hwe okọ north ho no ma development bi anhye dan ko sa wo wati ase enti mpempi no eya ne me meka ye se o fight ade na ede mpuntuo ebe baba bi a wo ye den owo na mpuntuo no ba wo obe den obe enjoy bi na nya individual na ono no waye bone a ye pe no achi no na office wuntumi ko a ene me ka cho say there is no virgin in the maternity ward sanko for na be ko ho no nyina no be nyina no be case da ho a your friend saying be chibe nkrofo be ko ho no nyina wo de afa be nyina me ti say nipa o ma o guarantee wuntumi $10 million no ono so ko ho bi nipa na ono wo your friend saying Exim Bank no guarantee no $10 million no time na be ko ya be ko tena fam no no so to hobi etu onu ano he is consciously aware say wuntumi de ka wuntumi entry yet ya ka cho say ye masse apako na wo no this kind man na wantimi anje during your time no be ko announce wakobi nipa bɔne fo same way I say wunim wo hwe I say wunim ne ekɔ wahu wunim ne ekɔ enkura wo kurom ha say books ankura besua akura na be nya bi emfa nsua de e wo ho time who introduce new curriculum wa abreko ana textbook ba akokora ho ntimi introduce na se sika wo ho no ma no nsa wo ho nsa ebubo sika mu rough how adan che se ho yesa enti ne ya me no wo kasa nu on agora nkura fe ne e ba be start na wo kasa yi aba yi no ayi no be yi no no ho minim so akoda ho no ba bubu ni nkotodwe mu na wo ntimi ngira ne nan so na NPP for no on bibi habe nipa wo hwe nanim a utimi hu say onu ankasa no or medical condition no na ne ka ho ba kwa ko fum ne ka ho kra onya ahome kra na wa home the same person na ho twitwa ade no the same person be yi no once na ko fum ka no ho like nipa ekobe ne wo ho obi a oyare enti wontumi de me mra no se beti ma mra no den adwuma NPP for na me kai say before the inaugural ceremony no me kan me tuba for say se be ko inauguration na nka ba ben fa bus na ben ko nsawo na be ko na ben ko chibe hungum because after inauguration no nye edition go ye ba be reset Ghana reset no what 10 pesos craft on satum ye beje said 10 pesos craft on satwa president mama aka said 10 pesos craft on satwa ye beje entie nei no e ma obi enya na dwen say wa afri aban mu na mini be fri aban mu no so say be nyina badan ayare fo osedenu wochi obi a obeyare obi anya obechi ni bi obeyare hwe cases a aba MPP cases aba ni nyina ba ya chi be ni nyina no obi ayare fam akunfia mi odie ayi afran say wontumi ayi ba kun so ne onso wakoka so oje ya say onu no pezum ayi ayi danfia no bo besia bebrebe ayi Ofori Atta enti obi a na ebe chimi bia na de olo yare obi a ebe chimi bia oyare na se onim se oyare ahwe da bia metu amanfofo meka sa se we say se uye nipa wahu ye de ye anya hwe kura no obeye bone ba ko mienu bi afam that is fine but se utena asia ye aniamo ho nsem ese niema ebeduru ba bi no ho oho beye mobo ne MPP for eye ni nyina no unse ne be ho aye mobo ene be ho aye mobo sofu bi a oti kumasi before the election okọ obunu region okọ gada asofo ye national cathedral na ne ho bon mu ayi ya fense kusi buatie okọ obunu region no okọ gada asofo no ono emo mpese influence be se bento aba ma MPP o wie no cha sika o free ho no okọ obunu east no san kwa gada asofo ho no san cha sika ma ba no influence be se bento aba ma MPP no okọ obunu region sa o free no okọ Kumase dia na oye no enti na be nim say boni abadim be betim di sika e retain power na Ghana for ye engineer sa uye ni na odi nkwasem ni na wi a bi ha ye ni ehwew in the end no be kofi ebi ni say ne ho akofi no be fie na akọ no hu dodo na abedam captain me MPP for dodo na bebedam ba nkasa be yawe wuntumi ho na abekọ e na ne be ye no na ba na be esu be ho it's not like say wuntumi nchi a na ba be esu be daachi because be nim say daachi bia no bebedam.
All right. The producer sent him a letter. It was written on the 14th of May 2025 about Ofori Atta, our Mayo Clinic, our US. Sir, Oyare. The Yare no, you're diagnosed with prostate cancer. A surgical intervention has been deemed necessary after the testing and MRI and biopsy procedures in March 2025. As indicated in my February letter, just a letter of Troy, this surgical procedure has been scheduled for June 13th with Dr. Paras Shah of the Department of Urology. And for that matter, no. One person watching tin and says, "We na Uncle Ken June 13th for ton ombeye sa procedure no. Na ye no surgery no June 13th for the na say here time or the better apo. Obi a surgery there innocent na what's our field no na be to be actually.
Captain, I think some bufu Oklahoma, but Obending. So when area we sympathize with him because area there Obi predisposed to, and Obi area at any point in time. All that you can say is you wish that particular person well in the oil. But you see, the reality of this whole issue is nobody is disputing the fact that Ofori Atta yare. Because Abraham Noye finance minister when you born a nima me catch our platforms when you born a newsworthy me say oyare no nam at the time I even know a finance minister. So at the time I now taking those decisions as to whether or not he was on the right frame of mind. And I say because some of the decisions now no taking those sometimes you wonder whether the guy was even thinking right or not. So oyare there no oyare that anye no bayare. So that one we understand. But you see, facing prosecution, you know, we are talking about a person, you know, either say owa hoden so obetimi atena be bisa na no asem because nobody and I can say arrest Ofori Atta you say why niam ba ko na mienu na be you no so Ofori Atta is not to be a bedridden obi odam paso a ontimi nya hwe and say oya immobilized like oda ho ye ne hwe enye and na wa lose ne sanity a obisa na se ontimi nya no and it's not as if that he cannot travel. Because Ghana from where you can last week, Omuhunu London, and I think that the video and the pictures what will be. So on your be own to mean to coin. So the impression they are trying to create is oyare and the be him that onyam koye kwa no oyare for that one we understand. But the fact is every single criminal activity via a course under Akufo-Addo government via no Ofori Atta is involved. Every single criminal business via so he's the masterpiece of this whole corruption puzzle I try to unlock as a country. So I a person of interest. And he said, this whole thing, Satyamaka said, the office of the special prosecutor, no, we need to decommission that particular office. And since the day almost set abesi na makacho akoko kra muntimi fa akoko to akoko ni for okroma a waste of resources for me see a person fight corruption we have state institutions that our order that say a resource more like the AG Yoko and as a former we can easily deal with this kisia been press conferences of emotional sometimes say usu so you don't even know what he's doing for me. The office of the special prosecutor must be decommissioned. Now you focus on some of these things. You see, the approach now I adopt, and no one ever can Ofori Atta the oye. Because in the first place, gentleman ya accusing no or set a time, Amero Benya Huamba, ya just to man. In the course of ya by the surgery now, say ya diagnosing no captain. It didn't happen at the expiry date of 2nd June or the Mayano. But Otana Siama. Your friend say, "Emerana would your man aswa we aka 3 days, you know, and order letter bro." Say your friend is saying, and then you schedule no for another surgery. And all this thing I course, you know, diagnosis nearby, you know, he could have communicated to the office of the special prosecutor. Now you will say, "Oh, every change arrangement and I change," and they say in there, and then he's gotten to a point that he's telling us, "Oh, Zoom meeting," and I'm telling you, say, Metana Hakacho said the gentleman is not willing to come because only Oba de Besi, because Oba said special prosecutor for any we are Yoko for Bafano. Yoko for Fana, national security for Bafano.
National security we are, and I be Bafano.
Because every single criminal activity be until Obenya Kwanya Kono, Nanya the Keto, and Wontumi Di, Atiwaka crowd much Wontumi, no. Who said, Mekwa Masubayase, and it's the reason why he's playing all this game. Because Yare or Yare, but the fact is that Onya immobilizer own to be move around. And for me, that is the sad aspect of this whole thing. And these are the people, young people in this country. It's me sort of boss was he defending these people. Now no NPP for some what you want to know or man for crime papa so maybe say and the national security for Nkoto Kente your friends say among Koto Kete nti omo kofa na ye boy because and then who say you respect you and say ya chill because who say nyansa be anim because arrest warrant was issued so what again do you need say yam fa kwan papa so na ya arrest no enti ye bebo Wontumi ama na yanko han ketani mpintini ne yansam fa nko ne fie na onhu say yes national security for ba be fa na asesen. You see, these are people who are minor men ye jira ba bi ye jira and then they are bold enough to tell us say ono ye ready say obebo man because onti apona say Ghana for ye ready a ye ne nya zoom way zoom na man for free say e ye tra keke captain say Ghana aban pese onne kenforata ye zoom a we need to notify the US authorities. You cannot do it because this is a criminal proceedings. And the answer now by yes or no, that letters rogatory must be written to the AG's department in America to seek authorization. Now, amunso who say a case na air cost no a political witch hunting na mum a clear case of corruption asa and sana wanya hu akwanya ene na ye that particular conference call no enti enye easy sa kekese wo kan ya na ye the camera kwesi nani because issue no in the future no might proceed to court. One no corner catch and say and some no kan no he was under duress and as for that particular evidence now what gather from him no cannot stand the test of your friend saying prove evidential value now or pay at court no end to me yet. So this whole process now all come and for who is samples as be Zoom no it's not just Zoom. We have to officially write to the AG's department in America just to notify them say because a criminal proceedings a quite civil are fine because there are people who we can easily engage on Zoom then as if because and now say a criminal proceedings now our consequences in the future about involving evacuation and as a for we need to do all these things and he knows. So it's just a matter of just dragging the process and he also knows very well that your friend saying mutual legal treaties are America and other countries or Ghana you know but your cooperation and for you to evacuate Kenofori Atta never Kroma say no and yeah the keto was a man for say Interpol red alert as well. You think it's easy? It's not easy when the gentleman is not ready to come because he is playing I am sick card on humanitarian grounds. Obia or say oyare only ready to move no Interpol no FBI can force him out of the jurisdiction. To do that it will have to be decided by a court in the United States of America by providing all the documents na court ashema who say and some now can based on the documents I examine and as a forum and your mom to say young no if he's not willing to come and easy that should tell you say adwobone eno mode ye nnwuma okroma sei wagugu amanfo banka say businesses abon kwase abosen ama se be oman no da kam ene krono akese ya akoso Kenofori Atta involved no ene he is bold enough to look us in the face say Ghana for I am not willing to answer to you because they be manya wie and maybe away he can decide never to come to this country because they've been able to move monies outside this country so maybe bia no or he's okay, you understand? That tells you the kind of politics that we do in this country. And abra na me no near TV so another beer we are talking about Kenofori Atta no. Na nyesa time na no be time no. And as a beer aban na no be time no. Omusubanya nie they have no respect for the people of this country. Only mbone a wedding no. O meten ha kwa na wo bisa na sem. And na wanya kokoduro to say Zoom no ope. Na krono no nkwase abosia na obo no Zoom. Cathedral now or time Yesika Momudi to Amana no Zoom no ye no Yesika koye. You see, these are people who are not credible. They are very dishonest characters. And Akufo-Addo and Akufo-Addo and Akufo-Addo because Captain the minimum say you kasa why are there when you're born here. All that you have to do is say, oh, I'm available on this date. Me bad more babeka. Simple as that. And people know so why are no. Every day they Wontumi for me. When you demonstrate, say indeed. And you are willing to cooperate. Oh, and the surgery all come once me as to whether the surgery will be done, either there will be complications or not, you don't know. Time of recovery in as a forum, and as a surgery in your bum crowd and someone say because you can't set a busy cano, you cannot evacuate or extradite him by force over the neighbor until say or no you're willing to come. And from the Kenofori Atta maybe our video so catch us say and now there's a branch and Kroma say. He's not willing to come. And then we are here. Mark it somewhere. We may sit here next year, sitting here and be talking about Kenofori Atta not being in Ghana. Because on your ready so baba. Because on him the fate that awaits him. And on him say he can never buy himself out of the cases now air costo. So the only way out, and I said, we play the kind of games now. For me, I think that we can proceed. Captain, the last time I catch you, the Nuremberg trial, Abrana. Even those who died were tried in absentia because the principles of natural justice indicate that the accused must be heard. This is a guy who is waving all these opportunities in as for them. So I think if it is possible to take a statement from him, we should proceed and go to court and if possible convict him. Conviction is not only about within the jail. The mere fact that the person has been convicted is enough, because whenever he steps into this country, he becomes a subject of a prison inmate. Now say, oh man, so then that's what you back. You bet me see prison get to a see a woman, and I think that Ghanaians will be satisfied because Bonia Ofori Atta Edi under Akufo-Addo, he cannot go scot-free, and every single criminal case be a cost to be or can who be. And the very people in the NPP are now more adjacent like Ofori Atta, and then let that honor. Omra Mayina no can idea Sabi, just a force on Manaba Kruma. And for me, case must be transferred from the office of the special prosecutor. Now say Yoko no be dealer, maybe they should find a way out. Maybe cooperating with the American authorities if there is a way be a me and faster than a bar. Now, no, because will be say the best way to me that ban say among kidnap on normal financial sack him, normal because if he decides to play I am sick card na captain on humanitarian grounds, it's very difficult to deal with it. Not special prosecutor and transfer a case in my Yoko. Now, anyway, but for me, I think that this whole thing is impossible. Dragging Ofori Atta to come to this country when he's not willing to come, it's not possible. See, force on the number based on cars in our say play. I am sick, It's sort of kind of ordeal. It's going forward. See, the to me money power. It's not just about the NDC MPP. We need to look for minds are accountable, they are very honest and ready to serve this country with dignity. Their allegiance should be to the people of this country, to the constitution and to the flag of this country. Not people who are working at the behest of certain porn masters. Everything that they do is to satisfy the parochial interest of themselves and these masters, because Ofori Atta even he was not even serving the interest of the NPP as a political party. It is the reason why at some point in time his own people were calling for his head. Now at some point in time you hear more, then when I'll be a chief defender. Captain, now research. Do you know sir Sika Eko Wontumi as an individual as such as Sika Eko Ashanti region in terms of development, because I'm trying to find out if there is a single development in Ashanti region under 8 years Akufo-Addo it cost anywhere around $50 million. If there is a single project in a whole of the Ashanti region, the value it drew $50 million. Wontumi a pocketed more than that. So it's just one person now are richer than the entire Ashanti region, the base of the party. Now what's in a bus seems that me baba say you side the when indeed, even though you move for, but the evidence are quite clear. You understand? So I think that Ghana for my ninte. Now you move beyond this emotional partisan activism over the years in the NDC, because people do all this silly nasty stuff because of Omunim said to the idea. Among for better TV so radio so defended because you know one political party. You fire again but if we begin to approach issues dispassionately, devoid of emotions, devoid of partisan allegiances and affiliations, that kind of connections. Now we are looking at issues from a very nationalistic point of view. Say Ghana for if we're able to strike the balance between red and black, now you say this is evil, this is good. These people, their motivation to do some of the things that they do, Captain, it will not be there. As long as we sit on TV and fight over issues, we try to bury the truth and hide behind partisan cars. These people will continue to have energy to do some of these things, because in a country serious, these people, everybody across the political divide would expect Ofori Atta will come to this country for us to face justice. But the question is, why is he not willing to come? And Niamana or he's even ridiculing the people of this country, and his people are here just playing the same card as if Sabi. They are trying to take things away from, but me say John Mahama be the president 4 years. After 4 years, he will be no more president. Another person will come. Ghana is the constant figure in this whole narrative. You understand? So allegiance should be to this republic. But people come in the name of political party and they take silly decisions at the end of the day to endanger the prospect of this country. Look at things that Ofori Atta did. For instance, Cathedral na yekan wasemi. Akufo-Addo did in sako bomb mine si come for $50 million. Or also for 15 million Ghana cedis. And yes, contractor who was a binyan said him. Na nipa hospitals ne nasefo there is no single hospital betimi do mo nsa si omo say ye sha si hospital ya wie agenda 111 me hu so no mo share dan me have worked at the hospital captain ye ka hospital nya dan ya si ho dan no is just 40% of it stocking it that is the hospital na dan your hospital a dan is not hospital stocking it with state of the art equipment and a money hospital and this sika na ye waste ye over the years yantimi ansi hospital ha and na Kenofori Atta timi hwe Ghana for anim so ono as a finance minister for 8 good years the care ne surgery na ope there is no hospital in Ghana betimi dia ma no enti ono no okọ Mayo Clinic which is one of the biggest hospital in America when sika to the extent say obetimi akọ na wa woti kejeti a woton mamone na woton ko obi no wo yare a can you even come to Kolebu can you see hospital esiafari 80 years they allowed the hospital to destroy and dissipate to a point and equipment e ko mu nyina say ono atimi twa plane ticket e ko wei akọ he ne ho yare me kira say wo no as an individual no say wo yare ende na ochina can you do the same thing that captain that is the question that we should be asking ourselves can you go to even Accra as okusi kike but your Jai hospital na manasi ho nobody is even talking about it and for me that is the shame say Ghana for to meet na say na you move beyond this emotional politics na you make sure say the adwen adwuma me hu say politics me party that is good but the constant factor in this whole equation is Ghana and everything that we do must be in the interest of these people. I'm sure say people who come to serve will serve us in dignity. They will know say they are serving the people. It is not just about minimum nyansana makosku abrochire ne na se for them and for that reason look at a lot of the fake certificate that are coming to the system. I think that even government say you vet nipa obufra bontina with the certificate about Kuroma. Captain, I'm telling you about 60% are fake. I'm telling you this from a very reliable source. Ghana for them akosuya de abrochiro na me doctor na me we said about 60% of the certificate they present in this country are fake. I'm asking government to set up a desk. I verify every single certificate coming from outside. And we need to be very sincere. Now you're making sure say we are serving this country with dignity. Because say my boy party, no of an president. Kenofori Atta say because Akufo-Addo even in his own party he was scared. NPP for Nankasa no musuru don't even kanasem. They take all the decisions and amraba be you and be investigating some or can't you say you zoom man. And that is here we are today, and we are not making any progress. This conversation will be coming up and there will be no progress. So for me, I think government aggression on corruption, we need to activate it and make sure every single means be a processes, and even if it will not be possible, let us start it. The extradition, whatever we need to do just for Ghana for to know, say we try our best. But the gentleman is not willing to come. But the special prosecutor, the honor na emotional press conference now so soon so serious or we are sick and tired because officers are not there. Press conference say binyansa bi anim so match akoko so match abebe sana akwakosi Ghana for are really serious and I'm asking them say prosecuting these people no a sacred responsibility Ghana for na no na me catch up my dollar medru 1 cedi. If he does not hold these people accountable, Ghanaians will never forgive him. Because in the last 8 years, we saw the atrocities, the disrespect, the vulgar impunity with which these people operated. Ghana for Kenyans, they did all that they could because they had that particular power. We need to send a message. Say, there are breaks. Even in America, a president, they are very powerful. There are certain things you cannot do. Trump attempted to extradite certain individual courts or stopping and a whole lot of way. And that break and the democracy. But Africa now yet it looks as if the power bit that is why you are consistently losing trust in democracy. What was that countries which are going cool? Now yet president so I say people are losing trust in democracy. We need to make sure that we build confidence once again, and some of these things so the NPP will continue to make noise. There are people on the radar in the coming days will be coming up. I think that it's not just be say Yednako Yoko say your friend Chama Wontumi a certain date or court. That is your friend say is it on the 9th of this month to say way. I think that is what you should be. It's not like say a chinipa na kona eno anana si yente hwibiem Ghanaians are following keenly because a time will come, Ghanaians will begin to ask all these questions. My character say, yeah, koto abano. Many Ghanaians thought NDC and NPP you the same thing. Oba, you scratch my back, I scratch your back. This is a time for John Mahama to make a striking difference and no, the NDC and the NPP are not the same. And for that matter, he's ready to deal with these people. And for me, that is what I'm for. It is not about any individual, it is about the greater good of this country. Now you send a message loud, clear, say, Ghana, and you're here from Kwaneko prison. Now, among for Motina offices, politically influential people that we know Kenya, several Mudidi, Sabian Sebuno, they too can go to jail.
Right. Senior, I'm not 2 minutes for Kakaso on the encore.
Mate, maybe last Mecano Hatchet GB said, Oshe Ankane, the previous years when NPP4, the platform Bia Nasa Betinaso, Nasa Onebe Casa. Betimi ka say NDC for a corrupt. Betimi ka say we NDC ni a kire NPP ni a NDC baso. Betimi che no etu. Na na be refi say Prof Nose baso no. Ono no yes o, on do ya asumdwe hene. Enti ye onyema bi wo ho a dede ne nasefo na wo mpe. Ene ne man krofo bi a na ba wiawia sika. E wo kurom ha si benya beti edidi mu. And no free on the President Mama so by. On no so by no yourself, I say father for all, father for all. That father for all attitude no. And so man crophobia na senka or chibe no Wontumi anyeden anchibe. Enti no be fasade no say oh eye be no mum ne ba anyeden ba nhyeda anya de bon. And sometimes there was a perception we say oh be de krono de benim krono bo betim de pen bo krono a Wontumi yeden Wontumi enchibe. And then about clear. So now team depend bokrono abra yintimu nchew. Ana wuntimu fa pen em bokrono. Aban assessor. Say we OSP ayi issue ya enra oye ho press conference. Me no sane Ivan ka me hu ni say anhwa ebekwa akoye ti say the old narrative na ye be press conference no. Ye be discuss various platforms so na asem no ayden akwakoda because this is somebody what wants afre no say omra no aka che o say oyare into ntumba somewhere January no honum in February no mu o chere say oh o yade no o hwa obekọ akoye operation somewhere in March no mu nyina no wa meka hwe enti time bia no o che hwa o twen say OSP ebe to ne nsa afre o now why you see underlying medical condition they make excuse say o kwa akoye surgery and I say on tia pontimuntim yede untimu emma in any case say obi yare a kwan ne kire say nipa no oyare wo na nkasa na former finance minister no onya doctor OSP so onya doctor enti yem sa nipa mienu bia no entimu enkire the condition na uwom no enti say no kre se o yare na se bia o yede o hwe o ho yade a eye doctor ene yede hwe adenti a o ma doctor no ema offense medical report na on analyze the issue no ema ye hu say pe AOBNC no nti no bia obeba be operation eda sei na no crampo no obetimi a kire say because of that condition nti no utukwan a enye yie what I say but when na chi no o meka he time bia no akwa to say o de Ghana for any OSP no adwen edi agro o twen say ye beba be den ye be frew ye frewa na wanya bibi aiden aka wo see this is somebody can offer to one ni timu edin say uhu ni sa no he de odi amanfo akomu okrom ha nne onu ni timu ai ni da o che ho a o ka say o hia zoom ayi no ah banks ya ogugu nu wo nipa ewuo mu no nipa ba wu o de emfansi ayempo yempo no the haircut buy amanfo collapse wo krom ha wu ya amanfo have tension every buy ya be wu yi no the same person
Captain say o declare no want tell dia babi obehia de bia dead babi agara ni obehia de bia che no
o tumi so no na o de
babi abachire bia
o de na ba
5 CDs